Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League. Favorites looking pretty good, 5-1. Big 4-0 victory, followed by a 5-0 victory, and we have been able to shut out our opponents in at least 12 consecutive innings. I don't know when the last time the Skulls scored. I think it was in the 5th inning off of Jackson Kahn. So maybe 13 consecutive innings. Somebody can go correct me if they would like, but we're going to be bringing Jess Trujillo out to the mound against Rory Bowen. This is going to be a really interesting matchup, a challenge for the favorites for sure, but we have been able to step up to the plate, if you will, to face these challenges head on. The only one we have really failed to execute on was that first game against the Dive Bombers and Reef Blackwell. I'm just going to keep harping on that one until we can finally get past them again. We'll see what it looks like in Game 10 against the Dive Bombers again. Let's get some revenge there. But real quick note before we go any further, I did check in on where we're at with this potential move. Kason Collier is sitting at 3.6. Bringing him in right now would put us to 1.6 million in surplus. Unfortunately, that would not be enough for us to bring in Joshua Lawrence, who is currently 1.7 over Jackson Kahn. So that means that we have to go one more game. And after Jess Trujillo's match here, we're going to have to see if both of those players are still available. And if either of them has dropped at least 0.1, then we can bring both of them in if we still want to. And I do think I want to bring in Lawrence for Kahn just to bolster the starting rotation. But let's go ahead and jump right into this matchup. We will be home for this one, and taking a look at where we're at right now, I am thinking I want to do this. Let's get, I think I'll keep Tiger Gray in here, but I am going to move him down a little bit. Let's put him maybe right here. Aaliyah's still holding strong. She's getting tired. Actually, what I'm going to do, with the assumption that we're going to be getting rid of Muhammad McCormick, I'm going to bring in McCormick here to spell Sesame for this matchup. Shortstop here, we could bring in Aaliyah for this one. We could also move a couple of players around. Just out of curiosity, I want to see this play out. So if I put Powell, if I bring Powell out, see, we don't really have, oh wait, I could do this. No. Who could we... Really, this is interesting with Powell. I'm going to keep Powell in. He'll figure it out. Tiger Gray, tense, but I still want him in here versus Vic Cantu. He's got volatile, so I'm hoping a base hit maybe gets him back out of the tense mojo. Powell can make a nice diving play, and we're back in business as well. So that's where I'm hoping. And let's go ahead and select the uniform. I'm going to go standard home for this one, and let's play ball. Back out to Colonial Plaza. A couple of tense players, a rattled Mosley. I think we peaked at this team before. Let's see how Jess Trujillo does, who has been pitching incredibly well since we brought her back after the, or at the end of last season. Undulates versus favorites. A tough matchup here, and Undulates will start with Snack Benton, Tyson Mosley, and Emmett Pine. Snack Tense leading off here, betting 063 with no home runs, no RBIs, Tier 2 Little Hack, Tier 2 Clutch. Jess Trujillo will start things off with a strike. Remember, she has that Tier 1 workhorse trait, so she'll get a little bit of extra length. We'll get a little bit extra length out of her today. A 1-2 count, and Little Hack activates for Benton. And he's going to hack a little one off the glove of Trujillo over to Powell, and he scoops and tosses the first. Even with a tense mojo, he's able to make a nice play for out number one. So good 1-6-3 put out there. Now, rattled Tyson Mosley will swing at the first pitch and foul off as Tier 2 contact versus righties. It's helping him out in the attribute department, but he swung through that one. Batting 067, no home runs, no RBIs. And a grounder slowly to short. Powell will back in and toss the first, out number two. And Emmett Pine will come up. He's locked in, Tier 2 contact versus righties. Tier 2 utility. playing catcher or center field today. He pops up on the first pitch. He was batting .538 walking into this plate appearance, and he pops up to third, ends the inning. So quick 1-2-3 for Jess Trujillo in the first. We can guarantee at least 13 consecutive innings without allowing a run so far. Juliana Wentz will come up, batting .421 on the season. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. And immediately laces one to left center field, and Hartman chases it down. Oh, man. I thought she had got a hold of that one. I thought we had at least 2 bases, but good hustle from Hartman there. Out number 1, and now Odin Thomas comes up, locked in, batting .600. Rory Bowen, former Outlaw, comes up with Tier 2 simulated. Tier 2 gets ahead. And sneaking through the left side will be Odin Thomas. He gets on base once again. Tyson drops one there at second base. Still rattled. Jack Mars will come up, batting .550 with 4 home runs and 8 RBIs. Jack swings at that first pitch, just foul. Just foul down the third baseline. This one's ball low. 1-1 now, and Jack will lace one into center field. I don't know, all this lacing happening. Hard hit ball into center, past the diving shortstop, and we have 2 aboard with only 1 out for Fernanda Branch, who's locked in. Also with 4 home runs on the season with .412 average and 7 RBIs. Will not have contact versus righties activated against the lefty. Gets a head pitch, is going to be thrown for a ball. Checking on the runner at second. Swings through strike 1 there. It's a 1-1 count for Fernanda. Checking on the runner again. Second disengagement. 1-1 count, 1 out. And Fernanda hits one hard. It bounces off the glove. And everyone's safe. Third baseman can't make the play. Tough defense here for the Undulates so far. And we have bases loaded with 1 out for RJ Solomon, batting .600 with 1 RBI. I'm sorry, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. First pitch, a curveball for strike 1. RJ takes strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count here for Solomon. And the changeup is going to be pulled foul. We'll do it again. And he chases strike 3 inside. Bowen gets a strikeout. Maybe getting himself out of a jam here. And Makai Peterson will come up, batting .333. No home runs, no RBIs. She sat the last game out due to being tense, I believe. She hits one up the middle, backhanded by Mosley. He gets it over to first in time to end the inning. So a big rally there for the favorites, but it gets squandered. Bases remain stranded, loaded, and no runs come across. So we get through the first. Lucas Fowl will come up here at the top of the second, locked in with Tier 2 power versus righties. First pitch taken for a strike, batting .400 with 2 home runs. Popped foul, 2 RBIs, both solo shots. And he takes strike 3 looking. So nice pitch from Jess Fowl as she goes high and in. And didn't expect that one to catch the corner, but it does. Sloan Corona comes up, batting .231. Tier 2 first pitch, Slayer. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. First pitch will be taken for a ball high and in. Ball outside. 2-0 count, and Floan will sneak one up the middle. Base hit for her, and the first runner aboard for the Undulates is a speedy Floan Corona. 1 aboard with 1 out for Doug Richard, batting .222 with no home runs and no RBIs. He's at third base, secondary position for him as a primary right fielder. He bloops to shortstop for out number 2. And secondary position, probably why he misplays that ball at third base earlier in the last inning. Doug Hartman locked in, batting .333, no home runs, 2 RBIs. As Tier 2 whiffer if he gets to 2 strikes. As Tier 2 bunter with 2 outs, I don't expect him to use that. Checking on the runner, and now it's throwing a strike inside. Runner takes off, throw down, McCormick throws it in the dirt. Jack can't scoop it out, and that's going to be a stolen base. McCormick has his cannon arm activate, but it doesn't do any justice when it's in the dirt. Fouled off there, a 1-2 count whiffer is activated for Hartman. He'll make contact there and pull it foul. Just trying to get the put-out pitch, just misses inside. 2-2 now. And strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Jess Trujillo. Strands the runner on second base. Jess looking good here through the second. Now here comes Tiger Gray, tense right now, batting .273 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. First pitch, strike. He gets ahead in the count. And a number to second base, Mosley with an easy play there, out number 1. No luck for Tiger Gray. Now Teddy Powell will come up, batting .250 on the year. No home runs, 1 RBI, and tense. Low contact rating is something we knew about coming in to this season. Teddy swings through strike 2. He's down 0-2 now. And a fastball high and in. He gets his bat on it, fouls it off, chases out of the zone. Rory Bowen waves goodbye, and Teddy Powell goes down swinging for strike 3 and out number 2. McCormick comes up, getting limited opportunities here as the backup, potentially seeing his last game as a favorite. He has been helpful for us defensively, but offensive side of things has never been his strong suit as he grounds to second base for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Rory Bowen, and you're starting to see the impressive pitching matchup that we expected coming into this one. Our offense has been pretty hot, but it's just a matter of trying to figure out when are we going to break through, if we can. Gustus center cut comes up, tense. Typically a pretty solid hitter as Tier 2 Mind Gamer. And a grounder past Fernando Branch into left field. Just misses the glove of the third baseman.
Number 43, Rince Giles.
And leadoff man aboard for Rince Giles. Catching today and hitless on the year. Tier 2 Slowpoke, Tier 2 Utility. First pitch bunt, right back to Trujillo. She gets it to Powell in time, but Rince Giles hustling down the line will break up the double play. So it's going to be a failed sacrifice bunt. Hit hard right back to the pitcher. And good job from Jess Trujillo turning around and pushing that to second base. Powell with a good turn, but it was just too slow of a development. Snack Benton will come up 0-for-1. Runner on first with solid speed and field a double play depth. And a liner right at Tiger Gray. Can't apply the tag in time. Good reaction from Rince Giles. He retreats back to first. And it's 2 outs for Tyson Mosley. 0-for-1 and still rattled. And Mosley sends one deep right center field. That one's got a chance and it's out of here. Rattled, but still gets a hold of a pitch. Jess Trujillo does not put that one in the right spot and goes 429. His first home run and second RBI of the year on a 2-run shot. And just like that, the Ungulates take a 2-0 lead. And there's the scoreless streak for our opponents. Now Emmett Pine comes up with Tier 2 contact versus righties. He takes a ball there, sitting at a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Make it 2-1. And this one's hit well into left center field, but it should be high. Yep, Mackay Peterson tracks it down, out number 3. A 2-run homer from the rattled Tyson Mosley puts the Ungulates on the board and gives them the lead in the top of the 3rd inning. Now Juliana Wentz will come up. She went hard to left center field, but it hung up for the left fielder. This time she sends one to deep center field. This one's carrying. It's got a chance up against the wall, and hauling it in is Emmett Pine. 1 step away from the wall, and Juliana gave it a ride. She just got underneath it a little too much. Odin Thomas got the momentum going in the 1st inning. He ended up stranded on 3rd. He's locked in still. Rory Bowen gets him to swing through a strike. Rory also locked in. Ball high. 2-1 count and ball inside. 3-1. So great spot for Odin. And he'll take a strike. That was a gracious call. And pulls the string, gets him swinging on the changeup. Odin goes down. Another strikeout for Bowen. 2 outs for Jack Mars. He's 1-for-1 with a single. And a ball high to get this at-bat started. Jack never played with Rory, I don't think. He sends one to deep center field. It doesn't look like it's got enough. Hanging up for Emmett Pine for out number 3. So we're starting to make really solid contact against Rory, but he's still playing with those pitches pretty well, and he gets a strikeout followed by 2 flyouts to get through the inning. I guess not in that order. Still down 2-0, and we head to the top of the 4th for Lucas Fowle, who's still locked in. Still has that contact first righties trait. Struck out looking last time. He gets ahead of the count 2-0. Jess will, oh man, get lucky as he hits one hard to left field but foul. Hits one hard to center field, and Juliana Wentz will track it down. Out number 1.
Designated hitter, number 64, Flown Corona.
And Flown Corona will come up. She got reached on a base hit in her first at bat. Ball to start and a strike. 1-1 count for Flown. She fouls one off. She falls behind. Swings through strike 3. So Jess Trujillo with strikeout. I don't know how many strikeouts that is for her now. A couple of them. And with 2 outs, here comes Doug Richard. First pitch will be just inside. Well, I guess I'd say almost hits him. Ground ball up the middle for Richard, so he'll reach base safely with 2 outs. And he'll turn things over to Doug Hartman, the number 7 hitter, who's still locked in. It's 0 for 1 for him. Again, Tier 2 whiffer. He might have been a strikeout victim as well. Has Tier 2 bunter. Won't likely do it with 2 outs. It's a first pitch strike for Jess. Should ball inside. Make it strike 2, and whiffer will activate on the 1-2 count. Ball way inside. Almost hits him. Ball low. Full count here. 2 outs. Runner will take off. Hartman will get a base hit up the middle. Jack Mars sitting in his spot. Runner will head to third. And Hartman comes through with another single. So we have runners on the corners with 2 outs for Augusta. And starting to look like Jess is in another tough spot here as Rally Stopper activates. Over 50 pitches now. And center cut will send one to deep right field. That's a no-doubt shot. He was tense, but tense no more, as that's the second home run given up in this game for Jess Trujillo, and she is getting lit up now like a Christmas tree. Make it 5-0 Undulates here in the top of the 4th.
Number 43, Rince Giles.
Rince Giles comes up 0 for 1. He reached on a ground ball fielder's choice. Just tense now. And a hard hit ball right to Jack Mars should do it, but not before the 3-run homer from Augusta center cut with 2 outs. All that came with 2 outs, the 2 base hits and a home run. And now we have a deficit to try and dig ourselves out of, and we only have 3 innings left to work with. One thing to note here, and nope, Rory Bowen is not juiced, so he did not get the stimulated trait to activate. Right back to Bowen. Fernanda Branch will ground out to the pitcher. RJ Solomon had the bases loaded and failed to come through. We'll take a first pitch ball, make a second one, and 2-0 count. Fouls one straight back, 2-1. Swings through strike 2, make it 2-2. RJ will take a ball at the top of the zone, full count here, and he laces one into right field. What am I doing? Why do I keep saying that? I'm stuck on a word. Pretend I didn't say that. Base hit with 1 out, and Makai Peterson. They keep wanting me or trying to get me to say Meek. I won't do it. She's been quiet after a pretty decent start to the season. Be nice to see her get a hold of one. She'll push one into right field, and so back-to-back singles for the favorites, and we have something going here with only 1 out. Tiger comes up 0 for 1. Look to try and get him out of this funk. Rory's still locked in, throwing his 45th pitch. Taken for strike 1, low and away. Fastball will be fouled straight back. 0-2 count for Tiger. He does not chase low and out of the zone. Takes a strike at the top of the zone. Tiger Gray trying to take his frustrations out by yelling at the pitcher, but of course, that's not going to help. And Teddy Powell will come up. He already struck out once and still tense. A 235 average now on the season. It's just slowly starting to get worse and worse. Fouls back here. It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs, and he gets a base hit up the middle. Runner on third will hold, and we have bases loaded. RJ Solomon not fast enough to try and run on Emmett Pine. And now we're in a tough situation where I think it would be nice to be able to pinch hit here. I don't know if they'll do it. They do for Aaliyah Sesame with Ace Exterminator. Perfect time for her to be brought in. Thank you to this AI for making that decision. Whiffs through strike one on the changeup. Fouls one back. She falls behind. 0-2, bases loaded, no, or 2 outs. She fouls one off again here. Come on. Let's go, Aaliyah. Ball low. Rory still locked in, but tired. Ball just misses outside. 2-2. Aaliyah will ground to second base. We do it again. Strand, the bases loaded. Aaliyah loses mojo as she pinch hits. Now she'll have to stay out there, but I don't know if that'll help her to still recover her fitness level or not. Snack Benton will come up. Just gets pulled for Cairo. This is the right call here. And Aaliyah stays in for McCormick behind the plate. Benton's little hack activated. No longer there. Fouls it off, and now little hack back. He's tense. Oh, man. 2-2 count here. Top of the fifth. Cairo will allow a base hit to the tense Benton. He reaches first to lead off the top of the fifth.
Number 23, Tyson Mosley.
And Tyson Mosley will come up. He's 1 for 2 with the 2-run homer. That started the scoring for the Undulates. Still rattled, though. Don't know how that'll get fixed for him. Has the contact versus righties helping him out. That's how you can really tell that that Jess was just did not place that pitch very well. Another one sent to dead center field, and Tyson tags one, but it hangs up for Wentz, and that's going to be out number 1. Runner holds back at first. 1 out for Emmett Pine. 0 for 2 today, but still locked in. Contact first righty's giving him an extra boost. We'll start with a ball high. Cairo with a 3.38 ERA on the season, a 2.25 whip, and 2 strikeouts. This has not been his best season by far. This one sent to deep right field. Up against the wall is Odin Thomas. He leaps. What the hell? Odin. I thought he had that one. Cairo allows a 2-run shot to Emmett Pine, his first of the year. Good goodness. Lucas Fowle comes up. He's locked in still. He's 0 for 2. Cairo Cohen tense now. It'd be really nice to get him through this one. Sword on that one. 78 miles an hour. Completely whiffs and then skies to left field for out number 2. Nobody on for Flown Corona. Undulates up 7-0 here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 first pitch Slayer. Cairo still tense. First pitch strike on the elite slider. Curveball taken for a ball. Slider for strike 2. Too low, and it's 2-2 for Flown Corona. She pops foul. Fork is too low, and now full count here. Composed activates for Cohen. She hits Cohen hard to second base. Jack Mars to Tiger Gray, out number 3. Another home run for the Undulates. The 3rd straight inning that they've hit one, and it's 7-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. We're going to start with our number 1 hitter. Juliana Wentz has hit the ball really well in 2 at-bats, but she has gotten underneath and flew out both times. Bowen is locked in as he has been cruising. Still yet to allow an earned run on the season. He gets ahead 0-2 here. Ball low. Wentz will ground to second. Mosley with another chance, and that's out number 1. Odin, I really felt like you should have caught that ball at the wall. Anyways, he's 1 for 2. Still locked in. See if he can get a hold of one. First pitch pulled foul. The curveball just couldn't wait on it. Slider for strike 2. Odin struck out last at bat. And he strikes out on this one. So cool. Rory Bowen, a masterclass here today against a very potent favorites offense who has just completely turned off their offense button today. or offense switch. Jack Mars comes up, fouls one off. I think he's 1 for 2 today. Little hack almost blows up Rory Bowen's face and lines in his center field for a base hit. 2 outs, 1 on for Fernanda Branch. She's 1 for 2 and locked in. Your batting average sitting at 421 now. And Bowen still throwing his 69th pitch. It's a ball. Locked in, but exhausted at this point. He's hoping to get out of this inning and then hand it over to his closer. Or anybody, really. Fernanda pops up, foul territory, right side. This one should land foul, and it does. Man, a lot of room over there. And the right fielder had to take off for that one for a while. 1-2 still to Fernanda. Ball in the dirt, good eye. 2 outs. Fernanda pops foul, out of play. 75th pitch now for Bowen. There's a ball. Runner will take off on the full count, 2 outs. She takes strike 3. Oh, my God. Fernanda, what are you doing here, girl? Oh, man.
Third baseman, number 49, Doug Richard.
I know we have a solid team. I know this is only our 2nd loss of the year if we lose, but it's just, this was an ugly one. The pitching stopped working. The hitting stopped working. It was just like we weren't ready for this matchup. Maybe it's my fault. I don't know. Maybe I recorded at the wrong time. Strikeout to Richard. And 1 out for Doug Hartman. A single and a run scored on the home run from Augusta center cut. Takes the first pitch strike, followed by a ball low. Ball inside, 2-1 count to Hartman. He's locked in. Strike 2 and Whiffer will activate. 2-2 count with 1 out, and he whiffs through strike 3. So Cohen gets a strikeout there. That's 2 outs, and now Augusta center cut will come up. 2 for 2 with a single and a home run. He's done all of this while tense. He's back to neutral mojo now. Mind Gamer activated. Probably had part of what to do with this with that home run. And Cohen still is tense since that home run to center cut. And he gets a fly out to left field to end the inning. So we get our last chances. It's going to go 5, 6, 7. Solomon, Peterson, and Gray. I think 1 hit combined between the 3 of them. RJ with that hit. 1 for 2 day. And Rory trying to go for the complete game shutout. Quickly ahead in the count 0-2 against Solomon. And Solomon pulls one foul. Come on, you cannot strike out. And he gets one off the end of the bat, nubs into center field, and Emmett Pine comes in. Shoestring catch there as he leans down and hauls it in. It just hung up a little too long, and that's out number 1. Now Zeke Alvarez, the long reliever, will come in at about 3/4 stamina. With a tier 2 elite changeup, gets a first pitch strike, followed by a second pitch strike on the curveball. And Peterson bloops into right field. No man's land and down in front of Benton. It just landed. I thought Benton was going to do the same thing as Emmett Pine. And we have a runner aboard. We have a lot of work to do here in the bottom of the 6th. Tiger comes up 0 for 2. Tier 2 easy target, helping out Alvarez. We need to get rid of that trait. First pitch strike and a base hit up the middle. So 2 aboard now with only 1 out. Tiger Gray getting his first hit of the day. See if that was enough to get his mojo back. I'm not sure. We'll check again here in a second. Teddy Powell comes up 1 for 2. And still tense as well as Tiger Gray. Ball low and away. Good eye for Powell. Swings way over the top of that changeup. Fastball taken for a strike. Only 92 on the gun on that fastball. That one's high. 2-2 count for Teddy. Take strike 3. Dude, I know you have a low contact rating, but you got to freaking swing the bat. Out number 2, and here comes Aaliyah. She came in with the bases loaded and Ace Exterminator activated, and she grounded to second base. This time she swings at the first pitch, and she fouls it off. She's tense, and that'll end the game. Aaliyah grounds to third. Game over. Ungulates destroy us. 7-0. 7 runs on 8 hits. We got 9 hits. Couldn't do anything with it. 2 hits from Mars, 2 from Peterson. Hits scattered around the rest of the team. Hitless was Wentz, McCormick, and Aaliyah Sesame. On the other side, the Undulates had a 2-hit day from Center Cut. He had a 3-run homer. Emmett Pine, his only hit of the day is a 2-run shot. Same thing with Mosley. Didn't deserve to lose this one, but good on them for capitalizing and getting the win. Jess gets the loss. She goes 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 5 earned runs on 2 home runs, 3 strikeouts. Cairo goes 2 innings, giving up 2 hits. One of them was a home run, a 2-run homer. His only 2 earned runs allowed and a strikeout, or 2 strikeouts, excuse me. Bowen gets the win. He pitched great here today, going 5 1/3, giving up 7 hits, no walks, no earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. Alvarez gets 2 outs, allows 2 hits, and gets 1 strikeout. Center Cut, Bowen, Mosley. That was an ugly one. Really ugly loss there. Who are we going to give Mojo to between these two? I don't know. I think Peterson's more valuable. RJ. Yeah, RJ is definitely not as valuable as Mackay. So we're going to give this to Mackay Peterson here. We'll give this to Vic. He just hasn't been as valuable to the team as Dash. Then between these two, who do I dock the loyalty of? I think I'm probably going to do... I'm going to do Aaliyah just because I can't afford to drive Wentz's loyalty any lower. Please note that this only matters if we end up winning the championship, because if we lose, this will be our last season with the favorites, which is another reason why that frustrates me so much. We sim ahead, and damn it, if we would have won that game, we would have been able to take the lead in the division because the Dive Bombers lost one. We would have been well above the 14-run differential. Instead, we're 5-2, and a plus 14, right, 1 game behind the Dive Bombers. We missed out on an opportunity there. Jackson Kahn's still tense. And this is what we're going to have to take a look at in a second, is whether we can make those roster moves. Clark Cohen will be who we face off against. And look who's doing amazing for the below zeros after he struggled for a couple of years with us. 1-0 with a no ER earned runs and a .33 whip is crazy. They also have Skylar Rocket on their team, so a former MVP. See what happens since that game ended. -7 speed for Vic Cantu. He's regressing. Cora gets brought in to the Skulls, placing Turf Woodard, former favorite. Emerson Bauer with a chance to gain Rally Stopper, but we won't be able to afford that. What a shame. Let's see. Knox Collins gets brought into the Scroungers, replacing Beth French. We wouldn't be able to afford her, nor do I think I want her. Another development chance for Khan, but we're not going to do that one. Worrymore gets replaced by Bullock on the Outlaws, and then 2 fielding for Aaliyah Sesame. She needed that. Let's quick check player developments to see if there's anything we can afford. No, 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 and no. Excuse me. We'll still keep an eye on those every single game just in case something changes, but neither of those players got signed, so if their price is changed, then we might have some room here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Kason Collier, if we drop him, or if we bring him in, that's a 1.6 surplus that we'd have. And if we then go for Josh Lawrence for Jackson Kahn, it's 1.4. So he had a big drop there, which means we have room. So we are going to make this move. We are going to replace Muhammad McCormick with Kason Collier. Doing this will put us at 4 spirited players and 5 crafty players. That'll also give us some room here, 1.6 million in surplus. This is a shame because we will lose the contact. We will gain a little bit of speed, which is irrelevant. Good fielder here in Kason Collier, but that arm is so weak behind the plate, and that's not ideal. He's also a very, very, very in a pinch outfield option. but we're definitely not going to take that into consideration. This is a downgrade for sure, but one we have to make so that we can bring in Joshua Lawrence to replace Jackson Kahn. This is going to keep us within our chemistry structure, and it'll allow us to have another solid starter on the team, especially after that last loss we just saw with Jess Trujillo. We're still a little bit worried about what she's capable of. That might be another move we decide to make if there's someone else that's viable. But again, I don't know. Jess has her roller coaster moments, but Jackson Kahn, we don't really have the time for his development, so we're going to go for broke here. Joshua Lawrence comes in. He'll have a tier 3 elite 4-seam fastball, 5 pitches. I'm very hopeful for this move, especially in this next game, which will now be Joshua Lawrence versus Clark Cohen. So happy about that. Okay, so here's where we're at. Next game is game 8. That'll be the halfway point of the season. At that time, we will check out the league leaders. We'll review the team stats, see how everything is looking, if we have anyone in contention for an MVP. And as far as the standing goes, the favorites are looking good. We're still the number 1 wild card seed, and we'll actually be facing against the other penciled in wild card in the below zeros, so that'll be interesting. But this could actually be a potential playoff matchup. But I'm just so disappointed in that game. The loss to the Ungulates, especially as much of a blowout as that was, really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But that's where we'll leave things. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know what you think of this move. I know I've been kind of teasing it for a few different videos now, but let me know what you think, whether you think I made the right decision or I should have stuck with Jackson Kahn there and Muhammad McCormick. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.